Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hardway Wrestling, the Cindy Margolis version of Hardway Wrestling, the up all night, 8 o'clock. Boys, 8 o'clock.
Is it?
Acknowledge your tribal thief
Acknowledge the tribal thief.
in my Shulafala.
And who's you only got one pair, so you're definitely lower
Yeah.
than Brunson Reed. You're definitely lower. So
These are my kids, and they're brand new, and that's the only reason why they're around my neck.
very nice. Did you go shoe shop? You went shoe shopping for the kid?
Yeah, I got them as school shoes.
Oh, okay. Will you be wearing them? Because I see that they match your shirt. Did you buy them in the same size as you? Kids 7?
No, you're close. He's a 6.5.
See, listen. So I'm gonna tell you. For years, I was a manager at a skating rink, but I started out, handing out skates and stuff like that, and I can spot a shoe size a mile away. I'm usually pretty close. If you hold your shoe up right now, I'll probably get within seconds. I can probably tell you within a half what it is. You have small feet. I think you're like a barely a 10.
You got it, 9.5.
I've seen your feet, so anyway, I've always been pretty good at not
You've
much
seen
good
his
of anything,
feet, but he hasn't.
Yeah, I've seen his feet more than him for sure. All right, welcome to Hardway Wrestling. Yes, it is a late edition because I no longer work a job that requires me to go to bed at 6:30 at night. We're gonna get some later shows, I believe. I like this new time. What do you guys think?
They won't be regularly this late because I have a work schedule. I'm just on vacation this week, so
yeah. So they'll be a little later, but it won't be. We won't have to push at 5 o'clock, right? We get a little bit of time. Sky can get home, maybe 6, maybe it all depends. But it will be a little later than normal. I like the later time now. I've adjusted well to
welcome to the party,
to this schedule. So I will most likely I'll be studying tonight after this till probably midnight or so.
and then you wake up at 3 a.m.
So that's the only downfall of this new schedule is my body is still saying, "Hey, bro, you're supposed to be at work." So I think I got 6 hours last night, which I'm getting better. So it will get better.
My body would be like, "Hey, bro, fuck you. I'm going back to sleep."
Well, my body tries to do that. My back and my shoulders and my gut and everything else is telling me, "Boy, you better get out of bed. You've been way too long in bed. Way too long in bed." So anyway, boys, how are we doing? How was your weekend? I know it's Wednesday, right? We usually fire on Tuesday, but again, I still have construction going on here, and we're trying to get that all taken care of, but it just doesn't seem like it's ever going to end. It's close. It's close. So, what's going on? How was your weekend? We got another big weekend of wrestling, boys. Another
My weekend was not bad. I turned 41 on Sunday.
That's right. Happy birthday to Tricky Ricky Walker. 41. We've been together since you were 30. We've been doing Hardway since you were 38. Right?
Something like that.
39. Yeah. So
yeah.
As we get older, you get older. So did you do anything special for your birthday?
No, I just hung out with the girl.
There you go.
Okay, the girl.
Is it now official?
So he just said it, the girl. He wasn't talking about it before, so it's official?
I mean, it might as well be.
Hey!
Has she moved in yet?
No.
Okay.
Crazy.
When do you plan to move her in?
Are you What kind of are you? A special kind of crazy?
And listen, that's how it works. You know, when I was growing up, it was what's her name? What's her name?
I'm not putting names out. Keep my personal business personal.
Ricky and girlfriend sitting in a tree. KISSING. That's how it starts. First comes love. Second comes marriage.
Don't even
comes
go
divorce.
to
And
the
after that,
easy,
end up
easy,
with herpes.
easy. Can't end up with it if you already got it, right,
That's
Scotty?
right. That's right.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Damien used to tell people the reason why he doesn't tell anybody about his herpes, or he doesn't ask them if they have herpes. That means he doesn't have to tell them about his. Best pickup line, second best pickup line at a bar. First one was, "I got a knife and a dick, and one of them's going in you." That was also another one of
got Damien written all over it.
Definitely one of my handing off the keys to my wife. Hello, yes. So anyway, again, we got a big weekend of wrestling coming up. We have Resurgence, TNA Resurgence. The cards actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And Jesse and I bought tickets today.
Nice.
Still plenty of tickets available.
Dick.
Still plenty of tickets available. Yeah, that was the second thing. She goes, "Let's get a Resurgence." I was like, "Okay, what's Resurgence?" Didn't even realize that TNA had a pay-per-view, but yeah, it's just,
that's Baltimore.
That's the Chesapeake place, right? Yeah,
yes,
where we went for Final Battle.
Battle. I think I've
We
been
went
there
for Dynamite.
That's what it was. I couldn't remember. We've been there a few times.
So we saw Hardball.
That's right. I forgot about that. Hardball and half the team that's not there anymore. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll get into that later on in the week. We'll do a little post or do a little TNA Rick's Pick show. And but today let's get into some stuff here.
I like TNA.
You like TNA? You've always loved TNA ever since I've known you.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get into it. Karrion Kross, Scarlett, contract ran out on the 10th. I think it was the 10th of August. Or I'm sorry, yes, August, and no longer with the company. We knew this was coming. They were negotiating, and it just didn't really. They weren't really negotiating. Karrion Kross, which I posted a link in our YouTube today. You can check that out. Karrion Kross speaks after his contract, a day after his contract ran out. He basically said that they weren't really trying to negotiate with him at all. Wrong or right? Did the fans seem to start to like Karrion, right? That's kind of why we thought Karrion was going to be over Sammy.
Yeah,
it was like it was too little, too late, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't agree with that. I don't think it was too little, too late. I think what it was, like the fans would have stayed with Karrion no matter what. I think it was too little, too late for the like. I don't think it was like. I don't think Triple H wanted to use him, so therefore, boom. You know, they're just like, well, if the boss doesn't want to use you, then you're gone.
Well, just from listening to the video or some excerpts here and there, it seemed like a lot of that's not going to work for me, brother. Type of deals.
That doesn't work for me. Brother.
I know as a promoter or I'm not a promoter, but as somebody that's listened to people talk and politic and try to get things going, a lot of promoters don't like that kind of stuff. And people who are trying to write stories, they don't like to be told. They don't like that kind of stuff. So did you think Ricky, you think he just wore out his welcome with WWE and they were over it?
Kind of. It almost seemed like Karrion Kross was one of those guys that he had his own agenda and his own ideas, and he wanted to do things kind of in his own way, I guess. I think that they let him do that. They may have found something better for him in a program. I like the stuff he was doing right before his exit with Sammy, kind of being, well, not only Sammy, but he did it with New Day too, kind of was like that evil devil on the shoulder talking to him, and then they turned heel.
Yeah.
I would love for this story to be completely just a work and see him return and be part of the vision.
Yeah, I agree. I think
see him show up at Clash at Paris and help Rollins retain the title.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
I mean, they could almost spin it as they don't own WWE is not paying him. We're paying him, so he works for us. He doesn't work for WWE anymore. So which is its own problems. Telling that story, but anyway, I actually like that idea. I like Carrie and I like Scarlett. I don't like the 2-manager deal. I thought it was weird with Scarlett and Paul Ellering. I didn't think that was going to work. Scarlett can work. Why are we not putting her in something?
Pretty much.
Does she have some sort of injuries or some sort of problems that she can't work? I don't know. But again, I don't like the 2-manager deal, but maybe we'll see. They brought R-Truth back, right? Maybe
and then they got rid of him just as quickly. So.
Yeah, he's really nowhere to be found. So, but anyway, yeah.
I did like his gimmick with Cena backstage last week.
Yeah, when Cena say, yeah, you tried to do the whole heel thing. It really didn't work for you.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Which again, terrible. I realized we got face Cena back. It's terrible. The way they turned him back, terrible.
Yeah, the whole thing from SmackDown to
just kidding, guys. Just kidding, guys. That's what it was. So, anyway,
we'll go into this on another show, but just as of this point, I'm losing faith in WWE. I'm really starting to lose faith in them. So.
Why are you? Do you have a reason why you're losing faith?
I mean, look at that scene.
Wait a minute.
Oh, God.
Takes.
That's right. Scott Takes, our resident Eddie Guerrero of dance moves. Scotty, get in. Scotty.
No. I'm the blue meanie. I'm the blue meanie of the dance moves. All right.
Yeah, you're some kind of blue. Go ahead.
Okay. So very quickly, very succinctly, the simple fact is that look at John Cena's turn back. Like, oh hey, we did this off of some other guy's idea, like throwing The Rock under the bus. Not saying it was a good idea to begin with, but throwing The Rock under the bus. Oh, we didn't really mean it. John Cena's going to go back to being a babyface. And like even Cornette pointed out, yes, I know I'm a Cornetteite, but Cornette pointed out they have waited until after SummerSlam? Like, Cena loses to Cody. Cena kind of the fans will chant, thank you, Cena, no matter what. So all they had to do was have that emotional moment. Cena loses to Cody at the end of SummerSlam. Brock comes out, beats the daylights out of him. John comes out on Raw, turns himself babyface because of what Brock did to him. Boom, we would have been better. The fact that they pulled that stunt on SmackDown the night before SummerSlam and just made the whole thing null and void. And again, it's not just that. There's other things that have been going on. A lot of some of the stories that have just kind of not been making sense in the last several months, even going as far as NXT, some of the stuff they're doing there. Wyatt and I have talked about it. Like, it's just, they're not building to anything. They're not making anything important. They're not making, they're not making champions feel like champions anymore. Guys are just kind of afterthoughts who are holding the biggest belts in their brands.
So let me.
Yeah, that I was just gonna say I'm just kind of starting to lose faith in WWE and the fact that I don't see where this vision is going right now.
So I think part of the issue with building people is there's too many pay-per-views and too many events. It's not the big 3 or the big 4 anymore. It's the big 12, right?
Yeah.
The big 14. So telling stories over 3 months, again, harder, right? Because then you got to come up with matches and how stipulations and that kind of stuff. But are you invested in the story if it's 20 days?
Yeah.
You invested in the story if it's 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you invested in those stories? Most likely not. I mean, there's no, I don't know how you say it. There's no, I don't know. When Cody won the title, there was a 2-year story, right? They
Yeah.
had to show some adversity for Cody, and his adversity was at WrestleMania 39. Was it 39? Or
40.
Yep. It was 39.
40.
And
where
no, it
did
was
he
30,
lose? Where did he lose at WrestleMania?
Oh, yeah, you're
39.
right. Yeah, right.
So 39
Yeah.
he lost, right? 39 he lost, which everybody thought for sure he was going to win. There's no way he's not beating Roman, right? We didn't bring Cody in to lose, and he loses. So he
Yeah.
spends another year. He wins the
Rumble.
the Rumble, right? His story continues. He's got some bumps in the road, some adversity, basically with against the bloodline or everybody in the bloodline. And then he gets to WrestleMania and his story is complete. That's 2 year story. That's long-term story. That's a great story. That is your main story. It's hard. It's hard for me to care about Rusev
Yeah.
because he's got no, like it's hard for me to care about Sheamus at this point because it's the same match for Sheamus over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. So I actually like Sheamus more of a heel, but anyway, you got to make us want to either love or hate or want to watch these guys go. We all want to see Dom. Dom's story with AJ right now is fairly decent, but what is the story that we're looking for Dom?
He's going to be Dom Dose Belts.
Well, we'll see about that, but we want to see Dom get his teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
I don't. I like Dom.
Right, but most people love Dom, and they got to really be careful how they do it because they would really end up turning Dom face anyway. But they really want to see Dom needs to lose that title at some point, and it's going to be really good. It'll be good for Dom. It won't be good for whoever wins it because they're going to hate that guy. If AJ wins that title, I mean, it is what it is. But the long-term storytelling is just not there anymore.
Yeah.
To me, it's not. For most people.
No, I agree. Like,
What's
if
the
they
long
went back,
what's the long story they're telling right now? What's the story?
It's between Rollins, Punk, and Roman, which is going to eventually lead to Rollins versus Roman at Mania, I think, for the world title. And actually, they may run back the triple threat for the world title.
You don't think dumb sucks. You're watch yourself there, Suze. I just don't like. I think almost the story is it's too soon for Punk and Seth to run this all the way to WrestleMania because I don't think they want to put Punk in a program that long.
Yeah.
For the next 7 months, right? They don't want to do 8 months or however long it is. I don't think they want to do that because they'll kill him. Like he'll either get hurt or whatever because he's an older guy. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is Seth and Roman, and Roman finally gets his win over Seth.
We've got how long until War Games? The end of November, and the way it's looking, it's going to be the Vision versus some grouping of Roman and Punk, I think, and whoever they have on their side.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
one other thing, I do agree with you that they have too many shows. Like, if they ran it back to the original 5, like WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam with the 3, and then King of the Ring and Survivor Series.
There's too much money involved now for them to ever pair back.
Yeah, I know, but they could still build. Like, if they were to do it, yes, I agree. There's too much money involved in it, but if they would go back to that format, then they could tell better long-term stories because then they have more to build to and the other problem is, in my view, they might have to start pairing back because if they're going to go to a 2-night Royal Rumble and a 2-night SummerSlam and a 2-night Survivor Series, then they need to pair back on some of the other stuff because then it's going to be wrestling overload to the point where
they're not going to do it with this new ESPN deal coming up.
Yeah. It was nice when it was story, climax, boom, back down, story. Now it's like it's
and it's barely that. It's like instead of like this, it's like it's just like you're hitting a little anthill every time, and it's not. There's no real build to it. There's no climb. So, but
all right,
anyway,
let's get back on. Let's get back on it. But good job. We finally got a Scott Takes. We haven't had a Scott Takes for a while. So. Vince McMahon very upset over Hulk Hogan's not being invited to the 10-bell salute for the Immortal One. Old Vince McMahon. Do you think that the WWE should have had Vince out front and center?
Heck no. Why would they do? I mean, again, he's still embroiled in the lawsuit deal. Yes, they brought Brock back. I don't necessarily. I still don't agree with them bringing Brock back, but in my view, like Vince is the head instigator of everything that went on with the Janelle Grant lawsuit. Why would they bring him back to pardon the thing, but to put crap on themselves pretty much? Like there's
Because if there
no.
was no Vince, there would have
The
been no
chat, the
ten. If
chat,
there was
the
no
chat is
Vince,
saying
there would have
hell
been
no.
no. If there
Tesla
was no
Alert
Vince,
says hell no.
if there was no Vince that brought Hulk Hogan in and built him up into the man, the icon, the legend he was, there would be no Monday Night Raw or SmackDown with a 10-bell salute, because wrestling would not be what wrestling is without Vince and Hulk Hogan. So as much as we don't agree with Vince, I think Vince should have been there. Vince is the man that made Hulk Hogan Hulk Hogan.
I can argue either side. I get what you're saying, Rick. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying for sure.
Like,
This, if it wasn't, you're right. If it was for Vince, if it wasn't for Vince Jr. and making the decisions on what he did to get Hogan, putting Hogan to forefront of the company, and Hogan made WWF what it was, right? He made WWF. He was the man, but he also did some shit, right? That they can't, they haven't,
Literally.
they can't figure that part out yet, whether he actually did or not. There's proof, but we don't know. You can't run that guy out. If Subway subs decides that they're creating a brand new sub, and this is the 100th anniversary or 50th anniversary of Subway, and it's going to be the best sub ever, and it's going to be $1.99. Do they run Jarrett? Did they run Jared Fogle out there at the beginning?
does Jello run out Bill Cosby as their spokesman?
Thank
again?
you. Thank you. Does
Hey, it's an old reference, but it's just
no, it's the exact same thing. Do you run,
I'll get it.
because now we have the Live Tour and all these things over in Saudi Arabia. Do we run Saddam Hussein back out in front of everybody? I mean, there's you can't put even though they were a face at one point. I mean, do you want to run Joe Biden back out in front of the United States right now? I doubt it. I doubt
He
it.
wouldn't know if he was in the United States right now.
That's absolutely true too. I mean, if there's a dress sale at J.C. Penney's, do you run Bill Clinton out in front of that? And
oh no, you run him out there if there's a cigar sale.
oh, gotcha. Yeah, the humidor that Monica Lewinsky that she was. So, but anyway, I get both sides of it. It would have been nice to hear, instead of running him out there for the 10 bell, just to have a clip of him saying, I'm okay with him saying what his thoughts were about. But again, you run Vince out there, he starts crying. Now you got sympathy for Vince.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, did it like the pictures you saw of him on the TMZ thing? Isn't he starting to look like B. Arthur without the hairdo?
He is getting worse. His face is melting. I don't know what's going on. That tie, he keeps wearing these ties with the knots in a different color. I'm like, it looks like a cancer kazoo.
Yeah,
like he
like he had a throat gimmick, like he had a cane throat gimmick.
Right, that's what it is. He's like, I should have been at the 10 miles on the.
But here's the thing: his voice sounds like it too. When he started talking, I'm like, does he have throat cancer? Like
1,000 years old, Scotty. That is what any Egyptian pharaoh would sound like.
That 10-bell salute, but I had to take a shit.
Hey, you let Brock out there. What about me? Yeah. So Kush is in the house. That Kush at the Boxcars game on Saturday, which we'll get into here real shortly. So, all right. Anyway, moving on. Naomi injured. Now I've heard a bunch of different things about Naomi, how she got injured, but they're not really releasing anything. I heard that she rides a scooter around in the back and she rolled the scooter. She got hurt there, but it looks like Naomi's going to be out for some significant time. Yes, it was great meeting you too, buddy. Don't call me by my real name ever. Call me by my real name.
Okay,
My
Shirley.
name. Shirley, yes, call me Shirley. You can call me Shirley. Just don't call me late for dinner. Airplane, love it. Anyway, we haven't heard anything else on this injury. Have you guys read anything or heard anything why she's injured? How long she's going to be out? We don't know. What did they do?
I heard Rikishi got mad because Jimmy still don't have a title, so Jimmy knocked her up.
Gotcha. I think she got a DUI and is in jail.
But see, I haven't seen anything or heard anything. But here's my thing. After the Seth Rollins deal, I'm kind of starting to wonder. Like, I don't necessarily trust them with the.
They wouldn't do it twice in a row, would they?
It wouldn't make sense because she's already cashed in and has the title.
She's cashed in, but who knows? Like, they could be playing this like the Dom injury thing. Like, oh, I'm hurt. I can't wait. I can't defend the title kind of thing.
She's not allowed in Paris.
Maybe that's.
Isn't she supposed to defend?
Maybe she can't travel. Maybe that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, she was supposed to. She was supposed to defend last night
against Io, but she's also supposed to defend against Stephanie Vauquer at Clash at Paris or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's how many days away? That's at the end of this month, right?
The end of this month.
Yeah.
So
2 weeks, almost 2.5 weeks.
So, who knows? More to come on that. I hope it's not a point where they have to take the belt off of her.
This is the best Naomi we've ever seen.
She's so good.
I agree.
She's so good. She is so good. Remember, it was again. We talked about this a year ago. We were shitting all over her because she still had TNA all over, and she was. It was terrible. But we love Naomi. Hope she gets better soon. So, anyway, this weekend we had a show. Voltage Wrestling had a show at the Hagerstown Boxcar Stadium, and pretty cool. We had Heath and Rhino. I got kids, man. Pretty awesome. Talked to them a little bit. So much Bengay.
When are you getting them on here as guests?
You haven't used that line for a while.
I know.
It's very possible. It
was a good opportunity.
Good opportunity. Very possible. Great guys. They worked their ass off. They ended up winning the Voltage tag team titles. There is another team that is in line for those tag team titles. And possibly after they take care of Hoss and LK in 2 weeks, they might be number one contenders for those titles. So we're
or
going
if
to
not,
see.
Isn't it 5 minutes in the cage with Jonathan Kross?
I am. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're not going to talk about that right now. So anyway,
I have to attend that show.
It will be. It is a cage. Cage means no way out. So I have a lot of stipulation stuff coming up here lately. This weekend I'm at ATCW. We did not accept the challenge that from Kross,
From your bastard child.
And but it looks like they're making us anyway. So, and I'm hearing there is some sort of stipulation. So don't know what that is. Don't know what that entails. I might not even show up. So I don't have to.
Jonathan Kross on a pole match.
It could be. It could be. I could have a pole directly lodged in my ass. But here was a little bit of the Boxcars game. So we opened tonight. We beat up Dean and Troy. I forget what their team's called. Somebody in the chat can tell me who they are, because they were nobodies when we were done beating them up. So we decided to beat them up a little bit after the show, and then the country club Hoss and LK decided to come out and interrupt us. So we got out of there after beating those guys up. But then later on, we had, I'm sure you guys saw the video. They had a Central City Liquors, which is an official sponsor, not of Hardway, unfortunately, but of the Boxcars. They had the Central City race with all the mascots, and well, I'll let the video.
So there he is.
Fast. This guy's super fast guy come flying out of the dugout. Jonathan Kross. Look at that. Look at the form by Jonathan Kross. He wins the mascot race. Not really a mascot, more of a manager. But we all celebrated. We're all celebrating the power. Pain Boys and myself celebrating. The fans love us. Not sure anybody's ever been booed before after they won this, but we changed that. Love the crowd. And then two mascots come up from behind. It was LK and Hoss didn't even realize they were in their suits, so they lost again. Right? We beat them. Of course, they wanted to talk to me. I didn't want to have anything to do with them, so I got out of there.
Of course, you got out of there.
I got out of there. If you guys want to see how fast, you can look at the form of Jonathan Kross as he's running. Looks like a bird there. Like he's super. He's running so fast, he's tearing out of his pants. So
yeah, you got the form of a penguin.
I thought the guy was left of him was AJ Styles. AJ Styles don't want any of this either. So, oh, you mean the left of me? You're talking about Ricky. He thinks you look like AJ Styles.
Who does?
Kush, gentleman I met at the.
Oh.
So, and I actually had to talk to this guy. I think Kush, put your age. Can you put your age in the chat real quick? Can you put your age in the chat? And did you go to Northern Middle School? That's my question. Did you go to Northern Middle School?
Oh,
that's what I want to ask, because I look at this guy's face and he looks super familiar. But anyway, as you can see, Jonathan Kross, fastest.
Has Kush subscribed?
He's on Facebook right now. Yeah, Kush, go over to YouTube and subscribe if you could. All right. So, and then later on, they caught up with us. They caught up with me. I took the old Hulk Hogan. He's 38. No, you're younger than me. I took the big Hogan boot from Hoss. And then took the leg drop from LK, which my lawyer will be in touch, and that's all that I can't talk about anymore.
Stephen Pino.
Very possible. So anyway, big voltage show. I know you went to South Carolina. Because you look super familiar. I just can't figure out where I know you from. South Carolina. Was that in the Sykesville area?
Yep, it's right by. It's literally down the road from me.
So my route was in Eldersburg, Sykesville forever. I swear to God, he looks super familiar. I just don't. Did you work at a grocery store by chance? Kush, Bueller. Anyway, big show. Over 3,000 people at the show coming to see Jonathan Kross. I really appreciate it. And then there was also baseball. They had a baseball game. You did. Kush, what grocery store did you work at, brother? I knew that guy from somewhere. I knew that guy. I was a Frito guy I had Martin's and Walmart. I actually think, I'm not sure what store you worked at. I really don't know. I want to say it was Walmart, the old Walmart. The guy on the right knows my friend Rodney, who works at the Food Line. I've seen him a bunch of times. That show, shows how small this world is. It absolutely is.
Rodney, you're a friend of Rodney's.
Yeah, so
there you go.
I recognize this Kush. I just don't know what store it's from, but I recognize him. So.
Maybe I've run. I don't have a picture of him, but maybe I've run into him before.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. This guy's got a face.
If he knows Rodney from Food Line, my man Rodney.
Yeah, this guy's got a face. I recognize it. So anyway, big night. There was a boxcars game. They did win. So every time Woodbine, Maryland.
That's right. That's literally right where I'm at.
I know where Woodbine. I just don't know what store I've seen him in. I've seen him in a store. I just don't know what store. So anyway, you have yes I have. John forgets he's old. I am old. Boxcars games suck. I'm sure the wrestling was way better. By the way, the boxcars won. Every time Jesse and I go to a boxcars game, they win, right? So
every time you go to an O's game, they lose.
No, they won the last two we've been. So we're on a streak right now. We went to the Frederick Keys. They got their dicks kicked in. It was like 20-1 or some shit. It was bad. Anyway, okay, baseball game, great wrestling. If you ever get out to a voltage show, get out. If you ever get a chance to catch a voltage show, get out and see it. Worked at Mount Airy that I promoted, so I through the Woodbine. Worked at Mount Airy. What? Food Line?
Probably. If he knows Rodney, he's worked at the Food Line up here. So probably Food Line in Mount Airy, I would assume.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just left that store. So where you go 30, GM goes 5. Okay. Oh, 30. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, if you ever get a chance to get out to a Vulture show, we'll be running a show the 29th or the 30th, Friday or Saturday, is a cage match. There'll be cage matches in Boonesboro. Should be a pretty good show for that one. We will be in a cage. The Pain Boys, the Partners in Pain, will be in a cage versus Country Club. So should be pretty interesting. This weekend is ATCW in Curtisville, West Virginia. So come out and see that too. Fairly cheap to get in if you want to get in.
I want to see Jonathan Kross get handcuffed to the cage.
I hope not. I can't. I hate handcuffs. It's very possible. Who knows what these guys are going to do?
You didn't have a good run-in with a cage the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cage anniversary was 4 years ago. So got to kiss the end of a cage. But anyway.
Wasn't that Deuce that did that?
It was Deuce. Son of a bitch. So anyway, what is going to happen is if something is going down at ATCW, I have a plan. So I always have a plan, always ready to go. So anyway.
So you're gonna Diddy baby oil it to get out of everything, right?
Yeah, most likely I will Diddy baby oil. Is that even a thing? I don't even know. Diddy baby oil.
That one guy from this Kenny's personal assistant does all the baby oil, so wouldn't be surprised if you would. Lube up and get slippery so you can slip out of all the.
Anyway, let's get out of here before we get canceled like Vince McMahon. So that's gonna do it for Hardway Wrestling. We're gonna have our pick show here by Friday. Nope, by Thursday, our pick show will be up. Take a look at that. If you want to join our predictions challenge, you can join our Patreon, Hardway Wrestling at Patreon. It's $5 a month. You can join our predictions challenge, and you can be a Hardway Wrestling champion. Right now, Micah is our Hardway in the Bank. It's Micah in the Bank. Who's our champion? It's Sue's, right?
Yep.
Sue's still our champion for now. So be on the lookout for that. If Micah decides he's cashing in this weekend, look out for that promo. It's coming. So good luck to him. That's going to do it here for Hardway. Boys, is that it? You got anything?
I'm good.
All right. That will do it. So